This is another kind of layer of that question, but were there ways in which being part of the group, both for you and for Todd, helped you find the words or the language to talk with your daughter as maybe his illness progressed or as, the end of life was coming closer? Were there ways that you found the words to talk with her?
Yeah, for sure. As I mentioned earlier, I think I mentioned earlier, my dad had died when I was a teenager of cancer. And at that point in time in my life, nobody was talking about death and dying. And I really wanted to have conversations with my dad and understand how he was feeling. I wanted to process it with my family, which I was unable to do. So I was determined with Hazel to start early on talking about death and dying before even Todd got sick. And that was really important to me to try to normalize death and dying. And so the Dougie Center, when Todd got sick and going to this group, this helped facilitated the process of normalizing death and dying, which I think is so helpful to feel open about giving her the permission to be completely open and honest about all the feelings surrounding, death, dying, grief. It was so helpful because I wished that I had had that. And so Todd and Hazel were able to, and myself, all three of us were able to talk about it together and process together. And the Dougie Center helped, yeah, give us sort of the vocabulary, as I mentioned, Hazel, I think, kickstarted a lot of those conversations. So just after group, a lot of times driving home in the car. And it didn't have to be this dramatic conversation. It was just little pieces here and there that sort of helped just kind of normalize our situation and what was happening. And so she felt more comfortable that when he did start dying and then eventually did die, I think it was so much healthier for her because she could talk about it openly and process it normally and realize that this is a normal process.
It seems too that it's less about the specific words and finding the right words and about creating an atmosphere and an environment that's really open and normalizing of it just being a day-to-day conversation and not just one big conversation that we carve out this
Right.
time and we light some candles and we say the perfect words. It's like we're just driving to pick up some dinner after group. And well, actually, you're not because Pathways gives you dinner, but
Right.
we're driving to school the next day and like a little conversation happens, and that makes all
Sure.
the difference.
Yeah, we're just making it a part of our life. Like this is part of our life. This is happening. We're not pretending like it's not. We're not, trying to pretend like we're living in this normal life. This is happening. And it's like a consistent conversation and ongoing, I guess, comfort and openness that happened for us as a result, I think, of going to the Pathways group.